the most excited to see?
Well, Jamie actually says my favorite line in the movie.
That's true. We've actually, I think, have you seen it?
I've seen most of it. I'm a bit scared of actually seeing the entire thing in its entirety, to be honest with you. I'm really proud of it, but it's a bit of a it's your baby, but I feel like I might be a surrogate parent.
No, I know what you mean. I've actually also seen bits of it, but not the whole thing altogether. And Sarah has actually seen about as much of it as I have, so I'll let her go first.
Well, yes, Cassie and I came out, and Cassie was sort of trembling, a little green. Still looked good, but you know.
Yeah, it's very
She's like, did you like it? Yeah, I really liked it. Hey, that Jimmy can deliver a line. I was like, that's my favorite line in the movie. She's like, what's your favorite line? I was like, well, it's going to sound dumb. It's all in the delivery. And she's like, all right, tell me. And it was, I won't tell you guys.
Oh,
Yeah,
what?
Jimmy
Go on.
wants to know.
Go on, I want to know. I want to know if I made it up on the spot or not.
It was nice to meet you.
That was one I made up on the spot.
I love it. In context, it really works.
In context, it's actually amazing.
You'll see.
So, all right, I got Sarah's. Okay. Oh God, what's going to be replayed? Oh, there's a bit that I love that got Jamie and Lily and Robbie Sheehan, who plays Simon, in it. And it's actually, I think it's in the international trailer, so you might have seen a little bit of it, but there's a scene in which Clary runs to hug Simon and Jason's going to be watching. It's great because, it's great for a lot of reasons, but it's great because the camera's actually focusing on Clary and Simon, who are, killing it. They're great, and they're, in the hug, but you can see Jamie in the background, and there are some actors who sometimes in the background of a scene, when they're not actually focusing on it, you can see them kind of checking their watch, they're bored, they've wandered off, but he's still being Jace, and Jace is looking sort of like he's throwing up his heart on the floor. It's actually so a disgusting metaphor. Really a great scene. So actually that was my favorite.
I've made a career out of being in the background. It's kind of my thing. Either out of focus or just there for a second and then I disappear. My favourite moment in the movie, what will keep you happy? Let's say the greenhouse scene. There you go. Yeah, I knew you'd like that. You're all filthy. You're in church.
He's playing you like a guitar. All right, up there, maybe up there, do we have someone who can bring us a microphone? Ray.
Between the infernal devices and the motor... Wait, no, yeah. Which one did you prefer to write, the infernal device or the mortal instruments? Yeah.
Which one did you prefer to write, the mortal devices, the mortal instruments?
It's like picking between kids. I love them both. They're both great fun to write. I love the historical background of the infernal devices, and I love the characters, but I also love the mortal instruments. Those were my first books. Those were my babies. So I love them both. I couldn't pick a favorite.
So one's like your kid in like a small and the other one's your kid in jeans.
Yeah, this one's like a hulking, surly adolescent.
All right, let's see. There. Yep. Reach for it.
Hi, how are you? I have a question for Jamie. A lot of the scenes seem to be very physical, and I know you tweeted the other day with Glamour that you were back in training for City of Ashes. I just want to know, is there any scenes that you found particularly grueling?
Particularly brutal?
Yeah, and grueling to film.
Yeah, I mean, physically and mentally, the entire shoot was pretty draining for me. I'm going to be pretty open and honest with you now. I mean, I let in a lot of darkness with Jace. Obviously with the movie as it stands, with the book we have we have however many hundreds of pages to explore the characters, and so there are elements of Jace which I would have loved to have put into the movie, but couldn't because it would have just made him seem really schizophrenic. And yes, he sort of he can turn on a dime, and yeah, he can be, you know, jovial one minute, and then the next minute incredibly vulnerable, and the next minute, you know, really moody. But I definitely focused on his moody aspect more than I did on anything else. So for me personally, coming out of shooting, I was just like, oh my goodness, like, I am drained. There's a massive, you know, Hotel de Mort was a huge deal for us. We shot for like a week in this, like, dilapidated, horrible hotel. Did you come to that?
I missed that.
Lucky you. Lucky you. Lucky dog. South of France. Sure thing. All right for a multi-million-dollar for the rest of us that sit there, you know, that was...
It's horrible to be a house in a movie star.
Yeah. We're just going to sit here and just snipe each other. Yeah, so Hotel de Mort was, physically, it was very draining, but the entire shooting was pretty draining for me, and I'm seriously looking forward to going back and doing number 2. No, I really am. I know that's really sarcastic, but I am. Serious.
Well, once we're all finished crying from the hot stuff, a little bit self-impressed. I see you waving there in the balcony, waving both your hands in the back.
First off, I'd like to say Happy Independence Day. Because that's today.
Thank you.
Cassandra, who was your favourite character to write their story throughout any of the books?
I can't pick a favorite. I would just say that the ones that are most like me are probably Tessa and Simon, and the ones that are most fun to write are Magnus and Jace, because they always have something sassy to say.
Or nothing to wear. Yeah,
nothing to wear. And then I saw Godfrey on Saturday, and he would like to share an important fact with you all, which is that the underwear that he was wearing, and that the pants he was wearing in the scene at Magnus' party are his own.
So he wanted me to tell you all that it was really cold. Don't know what that means. Take that. I don't know.
It's true. We had lunch with him, and he was like, "Ladies, let me tell you what my underwear." We're like, "We're vaccinated." Okay. All right. Okay. I see you waving there, Lottie.
Okay. So, was it like, obviously it was difficult, but changing... Shut up! Okay, so how was it, like, trying to change from the book to the film, trying to fit all, like, your favourite bits and everything you loved, and for Jamie, like, trying to find all the aspects of the character you love and trying to show it on screen, I guess?
I think it's an exercise in compression. I mean, a book is indeed hundreds of pages. You get to explore the characters, and you get to explore the characters, and you get to, you know, learn a lot about them, and you get all of these different scenes with different aspects of them. And in the film, it all has to be very, very compressed. So, and I didn't write the screenplay of the film, you know, so I gave notes and I gave suggestions. So the film is actually very, very fast-paced. It goes like that, you know, very quickly. So it's really down to kind of boiling down the essence of each scene. And I can't speak to, you know, how it is for the actors capturing the characters. They're so complicated.
I suppose for me, I touched on this a little bit just now. But for me, obviously, it was picking the key things that within Jace's personality that I thought that I could bring to the movie in such a short space of time. His vulnerability was a big thing for me, and that was something that I focused on. And through his vulnerability, that he sort of creates this. Yes, he is very cocky. Yes, he is very vain. But I think that comes from a place of really sort of feeling that vulnerability, and that's what I wanted to focus on the most. So that was something that A, really drew me to the character, and B, you know, was what I dug the most. Yeah, I hope that answers some of your questions. I hope. Didn't get a laugh, but it wasn't meant to be funny.
Well, but maybe down here.
Yes, thanks very much. vodka in a church.
Well, I was hoping he would keep quiet about the vodka. Now the secret's out. Couldn't we hold up the sign again? We want to see what it says. Sign?
Oh, from Emma.
Yeah.
We didn't get that.
We didn't get it.
Don't worry about it. It's fine. I've got something sorted. I've got something in my mind.
Okay.
Did it? You have a cunning plan, right? I trust you.
Should but I did.
All right. We haven't picked anyone in the front, so how about you? Yes, you.
This is a question to Jamie. First off, I love you. And,
Thank you. Not a question, but
I realised after. What was the most difficult aspect of Jason's personality that you found hard to connect with?
that I found hard to connect with.
Yeah. What part of his personality did you find most hard to connect with and portray onto screen?
The fact that he is a demon hunter, considering that's something that I don't really do in general life. It's funny, you should ask that. Nobody's asked me that yet. I didn't really find anything difficult to connect with. When I first read the script, I thought it was going to be. I thought for me, I was going to have to sort of really do a lot of research and a lot of sort of in-depth character analysis. But the more that I did that, the more I realised that Jace actually dwells within me more than I knew. And so I was pleasantly surprised by that. Yes, I had to do some work. I'm making it sound like I just rocked up and did, just read what was on the script, stood where I was told to stand. But there wasn't one particular thing that was very, very difficult for me. You may change your opinion of that when you see the film.
No, they won't.
I hope not.
So, in a way, we were all Jace Wayland, but some of us more than others.
I like that.
All right. You waving your hand back and forth. I can't resist a hand wave. I love it. And I also love to see other people running. Once I was running around the microphone at one of Cass's events, we were at a mall, and I had to kick off my shoes. It was really unsanitary.
I just wanted to say, all three of you have such huge fan bases and have such influence over sort of hundreds and thousands of people's lives. And I was just wondering, if you could do anything with that influence, what would you do?
You don't want to know.
And you said we were filthy.
It's your imagination.
I would say it's all in the books. I mean, I try to entertain and to enlighten and to make people happy and to try to make people feel through reading like they're not alone. And I think that's one of the great things reading can do for you. So, writing better books and working as hard as I can, that's the best thing I can do, I think.
If I could make a cake of rainbows and promises.
And unicorns.
Rainbow.
That's right. You couldn't have any.
I like that. I can't have any. What? Rubbish.
For them, the cake's for them. All right, my darling. The questions are for us. You, with the rune on your arm. Oh, but I'm sorry, Red. You can ask the question next.
Hi. I just wanted to know what drew you to Wales with the infernal devices. We're from Wales, and we wanted to know what drew you to that and to the Welsh language, Kathy.
So why so much Welsh?
Yeah, and why the perfect description of Karen Idris?
Oh, thank you.
Perfect.
That's very touching. From someone who knows. Oh goodness. I don't know. I mean, I was coming up with Will, and I'm trying to remember why I decided to make it Welsh, because I remember for a while Sarah and I traveled around the country, literally looking for different places that Will might be from.
We call it the Hottie Mission.
Yeah, the Hottie Mission. And it takes a while to get to know a character, sometimes, and I was in Wales visiting my literary agent who lives there, and there's something about the countryside that it was very stark and also very beautiful, and I thought suddenly, you know, Will is from here, this is where he's from. So, and of course, him being Welsh, I had to go and learn some Welsh, unpronounceable. So sad. Trying to, you know, learn how to pronounce it, it was so difficult. But I got a lot of help, and I spent a whole bunch of time up around Bilgethley, which is where Will's from. Went to Cader Idris, you know, did a lot of research and a lot of writing things down. I was always in really remote corners of Wales, and it was funny because I'd be there with my husband in some boat pool in Wales, and the people there were always like, well, it's lovely that you're here, but why? Where are you from? And they couldn't figure out why on earth I would come all the way from America just to go to this, you know, small corner of Wales. They seemed to think we're so strange. But I had a wonderful time, and I was rewarded as I was earlier. When we were staying in Cornwall, I bought a packet of Welsh like biscuits and got home, and I discovered that I could translate the ingredients. I was very happy. I was like, is it sugar? I'm like, okay. Next year it should be Irish, I think.
I could consult with you. I know Irish. Please do this for me. I promised Red next 2 rooms that she could speak.
Hello! Oh my god! Since reading the books, I've been really fascinated because they're all so original, and I just can't understand how you can come up with something like that in your head, and I wondered where you originally got the idea for the whole Shadowhunter world and everything in your head. Where did you actually... Did it just appear?
I don't know. I've always sort of told myself stories ever since I was a little kid. Traveled around a lot and was often alone, and so sort of told myself stories to keep myself company. I think you just, you know, keep your imagination active, and the Shadowhunter world kind of grew over about a year or so of time that I was living in New York and thinking about, you know, this race of people that fought evil and, you know, had these chicken rune tattoos and, you know, how their magic worked and all of that. I couldn't tell you, but I mean, I think everybody's got a story, so that was mine.
We're never living with stories, she says happily. All right, up in the balcony at the corner there. Oh dear, running. Why do I keep saying? Hello? Just shout. Did we get City of Bones premiere in London? I don't think these two decided on that.
We don't know. We'd love to premiere in London. There's so many British actors and Irish actors, and you know, so much talent from across the pond in the movie. It'd be great. But it's not. We don't get to say. And I don't even think we know all of the premieres yet that there are going to be. I know that there are going to be a bunch, and I know that Jamie is probably going to be traveling for a month with no stops. I'll be with South France.
I just go where I'm told.
Yeah, I mean, we both pretty much just go where we're told, so. Sorry, we don't know.
An unofficial party like Trafalgar Square.
Yeah. I mean, if we had a premiere, would you come?
Yes!
That's good to know.
We go. You there in the black and the white. Yes, you.
This one's for Cassie. How does it feel portraying all your characters into a book and now seeing them on the big screen?
Oh, I mean, it's great. It's amazing. It is strange and surreal. And the first time that I went to see the rough cut of the movie, I was, you know, totally green and kind of my hands were shaking, and I was like, what is this going to be like? It's just going to be so bizarre. But I mean, we couldn't ask for a better cast, and it's a beautiful movie, beautiful looking movie, and I think you guys would like it. Much fun.
They really are the characters now. Of course, that means when I first met Jay, I was like, oh, look, Cass, it's your baby. Everyone's like, oh, no. That's what I recall. All right, down near the back, the lone hand with the black watch. Yes, you.
Now I'm scared that I'm going to be remembered.
This is for Cassie, because I'm sure we all agree that we could read infinite books about the Shadowhunters. Do you plan on writing your own series in the future, or have you thought about it?
Do you plan on writing a new series in the future? Do you mean Shadowhunters or not Shadowhunters?
I think she means not Shadowhunters. Yeah, I have a book
Magisterium.
next year called The Iron Trial, which the first in a series called The Magisterium has nothing to do with Shadowhunters. So,
Shame!
I know. Sorry.
That's me out of a job.
You played a 12-year-old hero.
Yeah, the hero's 12, so I don't think it would be quite the right role for you.
I can do 12.
There's 6 books about Jason, so I don't think you should be worried for a while. But yeah, I do have a different book coming out next year.
That's true. It's really awesome. She wrote it with beautiful Holly Black, and it's great. I've read it. All right. Who has a question for Jamie? Sorry to think of mine. Okay. And now this. Okay, you in the room.
Hi, Jamie, to you. Congratulations on The Sea of Ashes being brought to be a movie. I was just wondering what scene you're excited to actually film from The Sea of Ashes.
Sealy Court!
We got asked this question yesterday on Twitter, didn't we?
Yeah.
The thing is, with it being turned into a film, we're not entirely sure what's going to be stayed in, what's going to be left out. So I don't want to say something and then people be like, "That's going to be awesome. It's going to be sick," and then for it to be in there. I mean, I think for me, I'm really looking forward to Jace just being even more petulant and depressed. Particularly in the beginning, pining. His sister, grow up. No. Hasn't read the book. So, I'm looking forward. I mean, this is just very generic. I really am looking forward, working-wise and filming-wise, to more of a character development with all the other guys, with all the other actors, and just to going back and getting to sort of kick a little bit more butt as well. Like, I'm down with that. I always, hey, if I get to wield a sword one more time, I'm cool with that.
So it has nothing to do with the movie. I really want to see a scene on the boat with Jamie and my countryman Robbie.
Let's hear it. Quite a passionate scene.
Yeah.
Intimate, I would say. And over there, you in the grey. Oh, well, try shouting. You could shout? Yeah, I did there.
Hello. And if you couldn't, obviously you're playing Jace, but if you couldn't, who would you play and why?
If I could play anyone else?
Yeah.
Madame Dorothea. I think I could do that character some serious justice. Big time. You should see me gardening. Well, there you go.
You'll have the calories you thought you'll be twice as funny as you are now.
Let me see. Who's next? Oh, so many beautiful faces. You win me, all right. You with the Raven.
This is for Jamie. I was wondering, what was the atmosphere like on set for City of Bones, and were there any inside jokes that happened?
The atmosphere on set was terrible. We all hate each other. No, it was amazing. I mean, I've said this before, and I'll continue to say it. I think we were all. I think the entire cast and the entire team that has worked on this, we were all brought together for a very specific reason that I think is sort of above and beyond me, in a weird way. So we all formed this bizarre connection, and I've worked on a few things now where you come off jobs and you go, yeah, we had a great time. We all had a shared interest, we all had a common bond, and we all were unified in the fact that we were making a movie or a TV show together. But with this, there seems to be something more for all of us. So the atmosphere on set was constantly brilliant, tiring at times, there were times, of course, when we got on each other's nerves at 4 o'clock in the morning and someone's trying to be serious and I'm there joking around. Were there any inside jokes? Yeah, but if I told you them, they wouldn't be inside jokes anymore. So needless to say, we did have an awesome time shooting, and there were a couple of times that I think Harold had to take more takes than perhaps he should have.
But maybe there will be some kind of a blooper reel.
Oh, I hope so.
Did you also have a beautiful relationship? When I met Kevin, he was like, I love Jamie. Jamie has changed my life. And I was like, oh, that's beautiful. He makes me talking about his girlfriend, Jamie, but I like
Not
it.
true, I'm getting married to it.
Legal in California.